your brighter side. Cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Next play, 6 seconds to go in the third. Come on, guys, give me a bucket. They push the ball. John sets a great back screen for Brian, who buries the buzzer beater. Barely got it off, but 2 points is 2 points.
One more play from the squad. Rodney plays relentless defense in the paint. John snags the board and quickly gets it to Danny, who finds Brian for the clutch green three.
Well, you can't help but notice the high style of the Grizzlies as they came through the tunnel earlier on, all set to take the stage in front of their loyal fans. A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedExForum. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Playoff seeding's so important here. Let's have a look out west. As you look at Memphis, they've managed to crawl down to the 9th best record in the conference. Of course, there's the Timberwolves, just way behind.
And when you look at Minnesota, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players, because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now, While there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, GA. Thanks. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Ricky Rubio is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Edwards in at the 3 spot. And for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Brooks is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the center. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Anderson with the block. Here's Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 5 now.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Rubio in the corner. No good from outside. Brooks right side. Again, Memphis.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Timberwolves passing it around. To end the run, Towns with the bucket. Towns has got his second bucket.
Well, Towns has such a nice, smooth-looking jumper, capitalizing from the mid-range there.
And finished off by Morant.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beasley, the pass to Towns. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Valanciunas, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rubio outside. And it's sent back by Allen. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise, so we'll see some free throws here. Minnesota shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
He misses the free throw.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
And he's good on the second. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's Rubio. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that number 2 overall pick.
Morant drives in. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Rubio misses. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I I just don't know how you stop him.
Now here's Beasley, following the miss by Ja Morant. And that one is good by Beasley.
Boy, I tell you what, Beasley can really move. I mean, his drives are explosive and sudden. The defense has no way to stop him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Rubio kicks to Edwards. Here's Towns, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Assist from Edwards.
Memphis leading by 6. Morant, that's for 2. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Morant's got 13.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
Towns is doubled. For 3, Beasley drains it from beyond the arc. Beasley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, with his ability to space the floor, Beasley adds a strong dimension to his team's offense.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Rubio, following the score by Memphis. Pass to McDaniels, inside, and Towns throws it down.
Well, I tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Morant, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Proving how dominant he can be. When Morant is shooting with confidence, it really allows him to take over.
Now here's Edwards, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rubio misses.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
That one drops for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Allen against Beasley. Tries it from 19. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 9 points in the game so far.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Up top, Rubio. He's covered by Anderson. Drops in the tray.
Not exactly textbook mechanics, but I think you got to admire Rubio's resolve. Knows he has to at least be a threat to shoot it out there.
And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
The first one falls.
And the potential of Morant is sky high. A dynamic guard. He plays with a Russell Westbrook type edge and intense on both ends.
Both free throws good from Morant. Now here's Rubio. 9 points last game out. He kicks to Edwards. Outside, Towns. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Noel. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
No good from Clark. Timberwolves trail by 6. Rubio outside. He dishes it to Towns. Here's Edwards. Kept alive, Minnesota. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
One shot.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second team foul.
Memphis shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Here's a Kogi. Passes to Vanderbilt, to the paint, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Jones for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Sometimes the bench players are a little overlooked and undervalued, but make no mistake, they play a vital role in deciding games.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Timberwolves passing it around. That one goes. Count it. Reed's got 9.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Down low. Tillman's shot is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rubio outside. A floater, and the layup is up and in. Rubio's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, right over the top. Rubio surveying the situation, just takes what the defense allows.
Bain. And no good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. And a miss there off the inbound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Noel passes to Reed. The dish to Rubio. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
You wonder if it's a good idea to foul Rubio there. I mean, he shot well under 40% from the field for his career, but at the line, he's north of 80%.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ricky Rubio. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to Utah. Jones for 3, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Reed. He's got 12.
And already they stake out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in.
And now we get a chance to see how the Grizzlies are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
The first free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, that's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
Here's Vanderbilt. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Timberwolves trail by 6.
And at Texas Tech, Derek Culver operated as a lead guard. Is that a role he can fill at this level?
You know what, Greg? I think he's got the potential to. He's got excellent vision, good size, a really nice pace to his game. I think he can play some point, but he may be best suited as a secondary creator.
The drive by Rubio. Good on the shot. Rubio's got 10 points.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jones, that's for two, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Jones has gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
And here's Rubio. 10 points for him. To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Memphis. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Beasley's checked in for Minnesota. He hits both from the stripe. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The shot by Culver, nobody around. His 3-pointers off the mark. There's Winslow. Shoots over Culver, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Grizzlies lead by 8. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And catching up with Karl Anthony Towns, he talked about what this team needs to improve upon to get to the next level.
All year we've talked about the message of discipline. Sometimes our discipline gets away from us, and I think that's what happens on our defensive end, that our discipline lacks, and we're starting playing free basketball, and it's not team basketball.
And Greg, of course, we see many teams having this issue.
The game is so fast-paced now, it's hard for guys to value each and every possession. That often leads to careless play at both ends.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
You've got Dylan Brooks. Kyle Anderson is out there with Winslow. Then it's Jones. And it's Tillman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has "beneath no one" tattooed on his arm. He says, "My dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. And guys, his time is now."
Sure is, D.A. Thank you. Shots good by Noel.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Knicks. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. There's Winslow. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Hernan Gomez. Tillman grabs the miss. Tillman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the dunk by Winslow.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Brooks dishes to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Grizzlies making the shot. Towns makes it off the glass.
Timeout.
Towns has got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, you know, the energy, the hustle, the length and reach, Towns using it all to perfection when he attacks the offensive glass.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Edwards in for Culver. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Allen. The 19-footer is on the money.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Towns. The Grizzlies making the shot. A nice shot by McDaniels.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Here's Anderson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Goes up off the inbound. Misses off the right iron.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now here's Edwards. No points in the game yet for him. Noel, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Valanciunas. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Edwards. Buries the long-range jumper.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's Morant. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we all like to see it. And you talk post up, face up, you name it, Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills too.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
Beasley against Allen. Stolen by Allen. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Edwards with it. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Noel. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Noel's got 5 points now in the quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. It's Morant with the drive. And finished off by Morant.
You see the quickness there. Once Morant feels like he's got a step on you, it's over.
Here's Noel. He's got 7. There's the pass to Towns. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off target from three-point range. Here's Brooks. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in, and then for Minnesota. Reed's checked in, and Okogie subbed in for Edwards. Now Rubio, 10 points for him. Tipped away. Brooks with it. Guarded now by Rubio. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the basket by Okogie.
Well, I like this from Okogie. I mean, still refining his perimeter game so he makes his presence felt inside.
And finished off by Morant.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
That was a different team in the fourth quarter than what we saw in the first three. Don't you think? I mean, they got their act together just in time to pull it out.
Most definitely a switch flip for them in the fourth, and they finally started playing up to their ability, and it certainly came at just the right time, not a moment too soon.
The Timberwolves making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jonas Valanciunas.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Now here's Beasley. 20 points for him last game against New York.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the basket by Minnesota.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Minnesota's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. Here's Reed. He's got 12. Back to Rubio. From outside, off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
First free throw is good. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Now, here's Rubio. 10 points for him. To the inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does, seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Morant against Rubio. It's Morant with the drive. Beasley outside. Okogie misses. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. Timberwolves trailed by 19. Inside. Plays it up and banks it in. Vanderbilt's got 4 points in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And that one's good, Morant.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Rubio, the pass to Reed. Back to Rubio. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Rubio's got 12 in the game.
You got to like what Rubio does here. I mean, working his magic in the painted area.
And that one drops for him. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
The Grizzlies have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Winslow's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. Valanciunas hits them both. Minnesota with the ball. 19-point game. Here's Okogie. He averages about 5 points a game. Down low, here's Reed, and the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
And that one, good. And here's Rubio. 12 points for him.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Here's Jones. Kept alive.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Reed to the middle. Here's Vanderbilt, and he jams it with authority.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Personal foul. 15 foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
And the first one at the line is good.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. Valanciunas hits them both. 1:43 left in the first half. Jones against Rubio. To the paint, here's Reed, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Rubio, in it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Pass to Reed. Kicks it to Culver. Here's Vanderbilt. He's got 10. Rubio, the pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Reed. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Vanderbilt misses.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Culver's shot is off. Memphis leading by 18. Knocks it loose. Rubio looking around. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 18. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He ended up with 39 points and 1 assist. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
That was very undisciplined half of basketball they just played. You can see it in all the points they gave up at the free throw line. Listen, I don't mind the aggressive attitude, but they took it too far with all the silly, crazy fouls.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got McDaniels. Ricky Rubio is out there with Beasley. Then there's Edwards. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Morant after the basket by Minnesota. Count it.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
To the inside, McDaniels. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Morant drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Here's Towns. Rubio with a wide open look, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Rubio's got 16.
On the finishing end of the catch and shoot, Rubio trying to become a better all-around scorer.
Offensive rebound, Valanciunas. Towns with the defensive effort.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Beasley against Allen. And Towns throws it down.
Great night for Towns. Can hurt you from any spot on the floor.
Here's Morant. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Morant's got 45 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Allen against Beasley. He kicks it to Towns. A three-pointer off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Rubio after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 16, and Towns throws it down.
And That's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they?
Boy, I tell you what, we've got a little bit of a personal rivalry brewing here, fellas.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in.
One shot.
That's good from Morant. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Beasley outside. And he makes that one. Noel's got 9.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Towns has got 20 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
So it's Minnesota now, following Ja Morant's 3. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Grizzlies making the shot. Beasley outside. Pass to Towns. Bucket is good. Towns has got 10 points in just the second half.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Unbelievable athleticism. Morant's stop and start is elite.
Shoots from the baseline, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Allen's got 5 points now this quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's Morant following the 3 by Minnesota. Again, Memphis.
This is what Morant does best, a natural scorer who does it in a variety of ways.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. Okogie's checked in for McDaniels. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Here's Beasley. He's got 22. The pass to Noel. Fires the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Brandon Clark.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Allen trying to break free and finished off by Morant.
A strong finisher. Morant doesn't mess around when he's got ideal positioning like that.
Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Towns kicks to Edwards. Here's Noel. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Here's Morant. Oh, what a finish!
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Here's Beasley following the score by Memphis. Passes it to Noel. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 22. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in, and it's Juan Hernangomez in for Beasley. Reed the pass to Noel. No good on the 3. The Grizzlies shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And finished off by Anderson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Reed gets the bucket.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Morant. Got a hand on it, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Culver's checked in for Minnesota. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Allen for the 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Noel passes to Okogie. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And finished off by Hernangomez.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
That's good from Winslow. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Noel passes to Culver. Here's Reed. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. On its way from Clark for 2. He drains the quick shot. Clark's got 7 points.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
It's stolen by Jones, and it's Memphis on the break. Fires from the wing, and that one goes long. The Timberwolves shooting so well, 63%, the offense working as one cohesive unit. And he gets the bucket. 12 points for him.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Tillman's shot is good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Minnesota. Here's Noel. 16 points for him. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Memphis has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Wasted no time on that one. Here's Noel. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And for Memphis, they're shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field.
And coming into the 2019 draft, Jarrett Culver seen as a prospect with a high floor, but perhaps a limited upside. Clark, do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I think it's one way to look at it. I kind of look at it this way. You have to keep raising your basement so that your low is higher as you go through. And I do think he's got a pretty good upside. Most of it is going to depend on how he develops as a perimeter shooter.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Minnesota also with the sub. Rubio's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Minnesota's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Here's Reed. He's got 23. Here's Vanderbilt. Makes it off the glass. Vanderbilt's got 4 points this quarter.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot. And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And you just know that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
Minnesota with the ball, following the score by Memphis. The wide-open shot from Hernan Gomez. No good with the triple. Here's Jones. The shot from the low post is good. Jones has got 20. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Rubio. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
All right, you know, we talk about making plays. Rubio would rather not take the shot from distance, so he does the smart thing, drives it right in.
Count it, good. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. And Rubio kicks to Hernan Gomez. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Minnesota, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And the technical free throw is good. McDaniels, he's checked in for Juan Hernan Gomez. Memphis on defense. Tries a 3. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Nice heads-up play that time from Culver. Excellent awareness.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 12 points for him. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Timberwolves. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And again, it's Minnesota converting. Memphis has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And that one, good.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Out left to the wing. Here's McDaniels. The offensive rebound. Reed. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Shooting one.
Left side, Jones. 1 second left. It's off. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He has never been better. This is the most points he's scored in his career, and he is looking to add to it. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Minnesota shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. We've got Tyus Jones. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. And it's Conchar in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
One shot. And you can see that rebounding is a focus for Clark, using that big body to his advantage there.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Here's Reed. Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for Minnesota.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
And the basket by Jones.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Rubio outside. Pass to Reed. Back to Rubio. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Yeah, and you know what's intriguing? Tonight, Rubio's taking on a scorer's mindset. We don't see that from him often. Really pushing the action and serving his team well.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Layman pass to Reed. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Here's Rubio. Tyus Jones picking up that last basket. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Clark with it. Here's Conchar. And good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance points.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 9 points now in just the second half.
This is what Rubio gives you. Effort combined with skill. Able to finish through contact. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now, here's Rubio. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's Rubio. Down low, here's Reed. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. No good from Clark.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Here's Rubio, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 25 points for Ricky Rubio.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
They get it back. Anderson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Okogie. Beasley for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Timeout called the Grizzlies. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And, Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view. You've gotten a front court view. You've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Now here's McDermott, covered by Beasley. Pass to Conchar. And that one hits back iron.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Boy, the baskets keep coming for Beasley. I like how assertive he's being tonight on offense.
Now here's McDermott over Beasley. Nice shot by McDermott. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
At the line for two.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Here's Melton. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis. Yep. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Puts it up from 15. Anderson can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the paint, here's Layman, and he lays it straight in. Layman's got 4 points in the quarter.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Timberwolves shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Noel passes to Beasley. Here's Okogie from beyond the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Anderson's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Tillman's shot is good. The Timberwolves shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Anderson with the block. Here's Conchar. Again, Memphis. Here's Noel. The pass to Okogie. It's tipped. Now McDermott. 17-foot shot on the way. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Anderson. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills, and we're seeing it right now.
Layman, and he slams it one-handed.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Memphis.
Here's McDermott, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Ricky Rubio checked in for Minnesota. Here's Noel. No good on the quick three.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Now, here's Rubio. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. McDaniels, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. Here's Noel. And here's Rubio. Passes it to McDaniels. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here's McDaniels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels. 2 shots.
Two shot.
No good on that one. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. And it's in there. Rubio's got 15 points in just the second half.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Here's Melton. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Rubio the pass to Davis. Here's Noel. Rubio outside. There's the three. Tillman grabs the miss. The Grizzlies shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And good that time.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're up by 33. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ricky Rubio.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Konchar's checked in. .59 seconds left in the fourth. No good from Valanciunas. Minnesota's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Noel. Over McDermott. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shots good by Noel.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And the Grizzlies with possession. Puts it up off the inbound, and the layup is good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Pass to Noel. From downtown, tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Here's Noel. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.